It is September, and what comes afterwards is October. But in order to get us to October, we have to have an Oktoberfest, which it just so happens we have one here in Chillicothe. Downtown Chillicothe's Tiffany Baldwin is with us.
Good morning.
To see you again.
Nice to see you too.
You're sporting the wear.
I am.
Oktoberfest.
I am.
We are going to welcome you to Chillicothe in a German way. Coming up soon. We'll give you details in just a moment, but first let's tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Custom tank colors and wraps. You can find out how a propane tank can be beautiful by going to our website, litterpropane.com. Sponsoring this segment of Litter Media Live. And we wanted to take a moment to remind folks that Oktoberfest is in September.
Right, it is.
That's one thing that's always kind of crazy.
Right, it is. I had a hard time with that in the beginning too, because I've never been to an Oktoberfest. And everybody's like, yeah, it's in September. So if you Google it and you see when Germany does theirs, it is, in fact, in September.
Precisely. And after all, there's no C in October.
Right.
In Oktoberfest.
Right, is a K.
Another slight difference, I guess. But how is this one different than any other Oktoberfest around? I mean, we've got them. We've seen Oktoberfest in Cincinnati, or at that time, Cincinnati.
Right.
Up in Columbus, of course, they've always had their Oktoberfest as well. What draws people to Chillicothe?
I'm going to go with the hometown feel. So ours is obviously on a much smaller scale than Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus. And people sometimes look for that smaller feel, that hometown community vibe that we give off with our event. I'm sure that we do a lot of the same things as far as the contests and like the wiener dog races and different things like that. So I'm going to go with the community feel, the small town.
That's very key. I like that. And not only that, but it's another good reason just to get together.
Right. Exactly. Usually, knock on wood, it's a beautiful evening for the event. And so with our event too, we structure them because we try to bring foot traffic to our businesses that are in the downtown. So we allow fluid movement in and out of our event. So Dora is in effect that evening, so they can take their Dora cup that they have, go maybe shop, and then come back into the event and enjoy the yodeling contest or whatever they want to do, but they can flow in and out of the event and enjoy other businesses also.
There's a number of events that take place within this event.
Right.
So we've added, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the wiener dog races?
Mm-hmm. This will be the third year.
So our friends at Petland are involved with this again.
Yes.
You've got the Stein holding contest, and you've got, like you say, the costumes and things of that sort. So give us a rundown of what people can expect.
Okay, so in order to get in, it's $5. However, if you come in your costume, which is a dirndl or a lederhosen, or whatever else you have that's German costume, it's $3 to get in. And so we also have a costume contest. So those people that get in for $3 are in their costume, and then we award a prize for the top male and top female costume. That's the first contest. The second contest is we start at 7:30 with our beer chugging contest. Mm-hmm. And then the second contest at 8:30 is our Stein holding contest. And then our last contest at 9:30 is the yodeling. So we try to work up people to have nerve to do the yodeling. And so that's how we end the evening with our contests. And then, as you had mentioned, we do the wiener dog races, and those are at 5 p.m. So Petland hosts those events, or that race, and it's in the Majestic Courtyard, so still connected to our event. But yeah, people really love the wiener dog contest. It's pretty cool. And I do want to mention too, the Stein holding contest, the top male and top female both are people that can go qualify. They're qualifiers for the state competition, which is in Cincinnati a couple of weeks after our event. So they have the opportunity to go down there and represent Ross County, Chillicothe, and compete.
And I have a feeling that there's a state level, there's got to be a national level.
I would assume.
Maybe even an international level, right?
Right. Yeah. See, now you're talking.
Something to think about. Yeah, we've seen people go on the larger scale, so why not do this the same with holding a Stein?
Right.
Do you remember what the length was for holding a Stein last year?
I don't. But the guy who won it was my age. He graduated high school with me. So, so see, us old timers.
He's had a lot of experience.
That's right. He has really strong forearms. I hear that's where it's at. You got to have a strong forearm in order to do that. Yeah. So, I'm not quite sure how long he held it or how long she held it. But it's always a good competition. Lori Graves is our MC for the event. And I mean, there's a whole list of like things you can and can't do. Like you can't bend your wrist, you can't arch your back, you can't drop it below a certain level, you can't spill any of it. So Lori is on these rules and regulations, and she strikes the contestants, and I mean, it's a whole thing.
Well, as a track official, she's a stickler.
Right, exactly.
So pay attention to the rules there. You can enter these contests ahead of time, or you have to wait till the day of?
The day of. Yep. Okay. And then you'll actually purchase the stein from the poorhouse. They're selling the stein that you have to use in order to be in the competition. So, and it's the same stein that's used for both the beer chugging and the stein holding.
Ah, gotcha.
It has to be a certain weight and size.
Well, and that would be important because I could come in with a lightweight stein and go against someone with a heavyweight stein and probably win.
Right.
So we don't want that.
Right.
So you have to pull your own weight, which is the same weight.
Exactly.
For everyone. Okay. The funds that are raised from here, once again, go back to Christmas time, right?
They do. These specifically go to the Christmas lights in the downtown. So each year we try to make things bigger and better. So we just try to go further south on Paint Street.
Yeah. German heritage is big here in Chillicothe. I think a lot of people might have forgotten about that. It seems at one point in time they even taught German in Chillicothe City Schools,
really?
if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
So having said all of that, do you ever go back and have some of the history type themes or anything within your festival?
No, but I like where you're going with this.
I think that would be extra cool too. Maybe the Ross County Historical Society could get involved and take this a little step further.
I like this. Stay tuned for next year.
Yeah. So maybe not for 25, but 2026.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Did we mention the date?
We did not. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Right? So September 20th, and 2 weeks from this coming Saturday, will be Oktoberfest from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mm-hmm. So I also like to mention that even though we know that there are some beer contests and different things like that, and people have different opinions on drinking alcohol, and I totally get that, but we try to make this a family-friendly event. So if you do want to bring your kids, we do encourage you to bring your children. They sure love the wiener dog races.
Oh, absolutely.
They think that's phenomenal. And if you come early with them, we also have things going on, like some hair braiding and some tattooing, those water tattoos or whatever you put on the kids' arms and things like that. And then some face painting. So we do have some things that the kids will enjoy also, and that's all free. But yeah, feel free to bring your children down and don't let that discourage you. So I like to mention that also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the wiener dogs will take off at 5.
At 5.
So watch those little legs go.
Oh my gosh.
It's so always a lot of fun.
It is. They're so cute.
It's been neat to watch social media and people saying, hey, we got to get so-and-so in this and so-and-so. And next thing you know, there's 50 to 100 registrations.
Absolutely. As soon as Petland releases that registration, I can only imagine how things take off from there. It's like wildfire. I think they sell out pretty quickly. Yeah. So, and they come from all over too. It's just not Ross County. So people are traveling across the border to get into Ohio for this.
Across the border. I like that. And back to that World Heritage designation, right?
Exactly.
So, again, if you want to find out more details, you can go to your Facebook page, right?
Right. Absolutely. We do have an event on downtown Chillicothe, Ohio is our Facebook page. So go to our event, follow us on there, and we provide updates and information and food vendors. So we have food too. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should talk about that. Sure. Would that be all right? Yeah. So this year we have a couple of people that are coming, old people that have been coming for years and people that are new. So this year new are old time pretzels. I don't know if you've ever had their pretzels. They're really good. They were there for our Brewfest event, and it's obviously for Oktoberfest. Pretzels are a nice complement to what's going on because beer and pretzels go hand in hand, right?
That's what we hear.
That's what we hear. So they will be there. Leah Vita will also be there serving some food, as well as Bell Farms, The Lunchbox, and Shank's Bakery and Boba. So So yeah, we will have, and it's all German inspired food. So some of the things I can't pronounce, but they ensure me that these are German meals. So yeah, if you like German food, they've got some options for you to try. And the poorhouse will be serving up German beer, but they will also have domestics and different things like that. And of course, you can go inside and get, if you don't like beer at all, like me, you can get a cocktail if that's what you so desire. Because like I said, Dora, you're allowed to bring Dora into our event. So yeah, I think something for everybody is there.
And if I'm not mistaken, Ben Daughters can correct me on this, but at one point in time, he and I talked about having root beer on tap. For those of us that aren't beer drinkers,
That's a good idea.
we like root beer. So make sure you ask for that when you go to the poorhouse.
That's right. I'll see Ben actually after our interview here, so I'll say something to him.
Anything we've missed?
No, I would just like to give a huge thank you to our presenting sponsor this year, which is Raising Cane's. So yeah, this is our first time to be working with Raising Cane's, and they've been great. So we appreciate their partnership and collaboration.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Tiffany Baldwin, downtown Chillicothe. Check them out on Facebook. And, of course, we've got links and everything in this post. Thank you for watching, and thanks also to Litter Quality Propane for sponsoring this segment of Litter Media Live.